What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of The Long Dark. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while. We're headed back to town. I actually worked my way back from the mine from way back over in the side map while listening to Roger Troutman. I had to throw the funk on the radio. It's so rough, so tough out here, baby. You gotta throw. It is rough and tough out here, man. We're doing some hardcore survival. I feel like it's a song that's totally appropriate given, what has transpired. I think I'm going to grab, I found these little houses over here, and I think it would be dumb for me not to go through them, at least see if I can find, like, a couple good things. There's a water bottle right there. I'll take that. That sounds all right to me. Is there anything inside that little crotté right there? No, there's nothing inside the crotté. These places are all really, really, really ripe for the plucking, though, when it comes to wood, which I think is the only thing we have left. We found 5 bullets when we went into the mine. That 5 bullets should be enough to allow us to hunt all day today, kill a couple wolves, shoot some things, then we'll put that into storage. I grabbed some hardwood on my way back over here. That's right. I was proactive. I got out there. As a survivalist, you're never going to get anywhere unless you can get your hands on some hardwood. Oh, look at that. Some leather dressers, some fancy man shoes. Those look like the shoes that they would wear in the Peaky Blinders. That's what it looks like, the shoes that they would wear back then. Like way back, is it just me or do shoes from like the early 1900s seem like they're really uncomfortable? Like every time I watch a movie that takes place in like 1915 or like 1920, and I see like those leather high top shoes that everybody seems to wear, they look like they would really, really, really rub your ankles and like also the front of your foot. They seem like they would not be that nice to wear. I don't know. I don't wear high tops for that reason now. I don't like high tops. I just wear slip-ons. I'll be totally straight with you. They're like slippers that you can wear outside the house. Ever since I discovered slip-ons, I don't wear anything else. I'm just like, yeah, I can't be bothered to actually put on real shoes, so I'm going to wear slip-ons. An MRE. Marie! We found an MRE. I'm in a pretty good mood today. Feel like I caught up on a little bit of sleep last night, which is a total and complete lie. I actually only got like 3 hours. But you know what? That's pretty good for me. I don't sleep much. I'm a really light sleeper. Like everything wakes me up, and now I live next to train tracks. And I think there's some ordinance or something that says like when a train comes through your neighborhood, it has to be like toot toot like 500 times, but instead of toot toot, it's like walk walk. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because they do it every time they come through the neighborhood. And since I'm a light sleeper, it's just like, I've given up on ever sleeping ever again. It's worse on weekends. During the weekdays, you have to catch up a little bit because the train only comes through like maybe twice a night on the weekend or on the weekdays. On the weekends, though, it's just like non-stop because it's Amtrak. And so people are traveling and moving in between locations. And a lot of people use Amtrak. Okay, not a lot of people. That's a lie. That's a giant lie. I've ridden Amtrak and it was the most empty thing I've ever seen in my life, which is actually kind of disappointing. Because I found that train travel was actually really, really pleasant. I mean, yes, it takes you like 20 times as long to get wherever you're going as a plane. But it's way more comfortable than a plane. It's way more enjoyable. There's a bar. There's like a little restaurant. You can, now that we have smartphones, you can just like plug in Netflix and watch Netflix while you eat chicken strips and like dip them in like honey mustard sauce that you got from the little bar/restaurant thing. It's pretty cool, actually. I'd never traveled on a train before. But there was a guy sitting next to me, and I was like, yeah, man, I've never traveled on a train before. This is pretty sweet. And he's like, oh, yeah. I take Amtrak all the time. And he's like, it's just, you take Amtrak when you don't need to be anywhere particularly quickly, but you still need to travel a big distance. He's like, I love it. Train travel is one of my favorites. And I was like, yeah, I would do this again. So rough, so tough, out here, baby. So rough, so tough, out here. So I discovered Roger Troutman this weekend. That's been a life-changing experience. Roger Troutman and Zap. If you never listened to Roger Troutman and Zap before, you should definitely, like, if you like the beats from, like, 1990s West Coast hip-hop, that's basically who they sampled it all from. Roger Troutman, pretty much, the beat to California Love. Dr. Dre didn't actually make that beat. California Love was a Roger Troutman song first, and then Dr. Dre just kind of found it and had, like, Pac spit over the top of it, basically. Like, he didn't actually, the original beat is pretty much the one that Tupac rapped over the top of. Like, it's not really moved around that much. And so anyways, Roger Troutman is the guy that basically the 90s West Coast hip-hop sound came from. Although, ironically, he was from Indiana. He's from Indiana. So apparently the West Coast hip-hop sound comes completely from Indiana. Strangely enough. I mean, I don't claim the West Coast hip-hop sound because I'm in the Bay, and so we got the hyphy movement out here, which has a lot more in common with crunk than anything else, but I don't know. Every now and again, I get tired of, like, hyphy, and I'm just like, I'm going to go listen to something else for a while. And then eventually it sucks you back in. So what we're going to do today is just shoot a bunch of wolves. we are going to shoot a shit ton of wolves. Wolves are going to get blapped on today. And if we can chop up like 5 or 6 wolves, that leaves us with enough time to where we can start chopping down some trees and getting ourselves set up for wood, because we're basically finished. Basically finished. It says we don't have a hatchet, but I think that's because I'm carrying a hatchet with me right now. We're also a little bit hungry, which is a tad disappointing, because I'm going to be eating into my own supply here, which is problematic. All right, so where's our gun at? So inside my inventory, don't really need balaclava masks right now. Don't need like 100 can openers. There's all kinds of stuff that I just don't feel like sorting through at the moment. I'm just trying to get out of my inventory as quickly as possible so that we can finish this challenge and then move on to the hunted, which is a pretty intense challenge. I'm going to put the chopping axe right there, extra knife. Cool, sounds good to me. That's got our weight down a little bit, but not a lot of it. I have a 30 kg torch. I'm going to drink some water, even though we don't have very much right now. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I know it's all going to be okay. What was inside this drawer? Just a shit ton of wolf meat. Okay. We've also got a Summit soda in there. I got to clear out this inventory, otherwise we're not going to be able to carry anything. So I think I'm just going to start throwing random things inside random drawers, because we're not going to be able to store it anyways. It'll take too long. All right, so sticks have been stored. Throw a couple more cans of food in there. We've got a whole bunch of work boots and whatnot, and those weigh a goddamn ton, so we definitely need to get those out of our inventory. Drop them, drop them. Won't need a lantern either, so we can actually drop a lantern right now too. He said, knowing full well he might get trapped out till after dark, and then he's going to feel really, really stupid. Okay, so wolf hunting. Got the gun. We need to have 10 bullets, which means we have 5 shots to get this shit handled. I think we could do it. Personally, I feel like our accuracy is good enough to where if we lay down the blap, we should be able to do this thing. We need 30 reclaimed wood. We need softwood and hardwood. We need food, and we need more potable water. But the potable water is really just a function of how much can I boil off in one day after having gathered way too much wood. I'll use a bunch of reclaimed firewood for that, and that should be really, really easy. All right, so let's find something out here to predate upon. And actually, if we could fight them on the lake, that would be the best way to do it, too. So we're almost there with regards to food. We're at 13.7 out of 15. We are hungry, which is a disappointment. This wolf right here, I'm going to try and shoot this one. There's a deer over there, too, but I think I've already butchered that one. Hey, buddy, do you want to hang with me? And by hang with me, I mean get shot in the face. And down he goes. It sounds like there's another one close, but I don't know. I don't know how accurate that assessment is. Like, I can hear panting and stuff happening, but I'm just going to gather the food real fast. Restrap in with this bullet right here. Let me sprint off to this side. Did I do everything I could do with these carcasses right here? I got all the meat off of them. Okay, sounds good. Did I get the meat off this one? I did. Alright. Well, it's time for us to finish off a second wolf. We got plenty of bullets, so I see no reason not to. There we go. Another wolf bites the dust. Hey! Another wolf bites the dust.
I need to drop something.
Cool. Now we should have enough food. I think we should be done, and actually we should have a surplus, too. Got 7 hours of daylight left. We're definitely on course to finish this thing off today. I know I didn't put the MRE in there, so we're just going to eat the MRE for right now. And that should top us off. Hopefully. The MRE was tapas flavored too, so that's kind of nice. That's a bonus. We're definitely going to need to get some more water, though, before anything else goes wrong. We've only got like 0.05 liters left. We've just got a little smidgen of water remaining. Enough water, a smidgen that's enough for a pigeon, I guess. I don't know whether pigeons drink water or not. I read somewhere, I think, that birds don't actively drink water. Like, they get it from whatever they eat or something like that. I've never seen a bird be like, blah, 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 blah. I think I had a bird one time. Well, like, one of my girlfriends or something had a bird, and, like, you didn't put water in the cage for some reason because it would drown itself or something like that. I don't recall exactly. But maybe that's where I'm getting that impression from, is that water did not go in the cage with that bird, therefore I just assume that birds don't drink water. That's also completely and totally possible. I may have extrapolated a little bit. Alright, so we're going to jump over the fence right here. But yeah, if you're looking for dope Roger Troutman songs that slap hella hard, something that can put some bass in the trunk. There's So Rough, So Tough. There's Grapevine. What else is there? Superman. There's a bunch of tracks by Troutman that are dope as hell. And if you don't like anything by Troutman, but you like the general sound of it, you can try Zap, which is the band that he played with. Zap 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all great albums. Although as they get later on, oh my god, there's a can of food down here that I never noticed. Is that like an empty can, or is that like a good can? So is there anything I can chop up in here? I mostly just need to ditch this food. There you go. I just need to drop a bunch of stuff. Like, we're carrying around a lot of things right now. There you go. Leave my bedroll on top of a pile of meat. Okay, so we're a little bit tired, but we should have time to get something done out here. I'm going to see if maybe I can chop up some of the furniture from some of the neighboring houses, because I don't know how much reclaimed wood we need, but I bet it's a bunch. So we need 19 more reclaimed wood. So yeah, these houses over here are going to be the easiest way to get our hands on that. We'll chop up all the furniture using the hatchet. Wait, there's 2 doors to this house? Since when? That's shenanigans. I never noticed. Cool. I never realized that there was... Really, we can get 8 from that thing? Yeah, smack that thing down. Get rid of it. Take care of business. So as far as food goes, we're just barely over the top on food. That's disappointing. I was hoping we were closer. Like, I don't want to be terrified about eating my own food, you know? Go ahead and break down another table very quickly. It might be getting dark soon. Got 13. I say we just get it all done now. Like, we get it done when we get it done. And then we just break out some matches real fast so we can see. Excuse ourselves out the back door here. Man, it's so noisy out here. It's like somebody decided to play all the tracks off of a Halloween soundtrack at the same time. That's not a fun thing to wake up to, by the way. My dad thought that was hilarious when we were kids. Like on Halloween Day, he would play like a Halloween soundtrack to wake us up in the morning for school, and it'd be like clanking chains, and people would be like, "Roar!" It was... probably not the best call. I don't really know what to say about it. It's like, well, my dad thought he was really, 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 really funny. My dad thought he was hilarious. Still thinks he's hilarious. And to be fair, he is kind of funny. That's probably where I get it from more than anything else, but... I'm just going to drink some sodas because we don't really have time to boil off any water or anything like that, but we got to get ourselves unparched and unhungry. I do have a lot of food still remaining like inside my inventory, so I think it'll be alright. So there you go. We've been slockied. There should be a bed over here somewhere. Fucking make me light another match. And not because I farted. And not because I farted. Dude, I was way off track. Where am I? Stop putting your hand over the flame, you ditz. There we go. I walked through the doorway somehow. Though I walk through the doorway of the shadow of the garage. Alright, we'll give ourselves like 11 hours. That's going to require a little bit of a regroup after we get done with our sleep. But we're pretty tired. And we've got a big day in front of us right now. We are fully rested. Good. Glad to hear it. So let's take all of that stuff off of me. We'll drop it. Drink a soda real quick because we're parched again. Probably eat some peaches, too. I figured the peaches will probably give us... It depends if they're in water or if they're in syrup. Either way, it'll probably end up giving us some calories. More calories if they're in syrup. More water if they're in water. We got a fire barrel right there. So how many things? I've got 64 sticks. Do I have anything like extra laying around? No. I don't like our current situation. It's going to take some effort to remedy this, and I was hoping we would just kind of cruise our way to victory here at the end. Go ahead and get the gun out. What temperature is it? -7. We've got a couple of bullets left, so it should be okay if we find ourselves another wolf to shoot. I need to go out and find some hardwood or some softwood. Cedar or fir will work. We could also use reclaimed wood to make ourselves a whole bunch of water. That would be the other half of it that would be definitely possible. But I don't see any limbs or anything having fallen from on high from their lofty and heavenly perch. There was some at the top of the hill, but I don't know if I want to walk that far right now. Like there was some up there, like 2 or 3 of them up there that I could hack away at for a little bit. I suppose the other option is if I don't want to deplete my own stores, that I just pick up a ton of sticks for boiling off water. Like if we can get like 4 hours worth of fire off of just sticks, that would work too, because that means I don't have to burn my hardwood or anything else in order to get after all that water we're going to be needing. Because we need water for our personal use right now, and then we also need a ton of water just for storage purposes. Looks like we got a couple of twigs over here, but no real branches. Jesus. Sounds kind of cold right now. I know that when the wind sounds like that where I live, you definitely don't want to be outside. Grab that. Very nice. I gave us a couple more sticks. Ah, there's a limb. A cedar limb. Let's go ahead and chop that one on up. Cool. 3 cedar firewood. That's exactly what we're looking for, actually. If we get a few more of those, we will be in golden shape. About 11 hours of daylight left. Looks like the storm has decided to pass, which is very, very nice. We said, hey, Storm, would you like to kill us today? And he was like, nah, I'll pass. I'm good. I would just like you to have a pleasant day. And I was like, oh, well, thank you for your well wishes, Storm. That's very, very nice of you. I never thought of storms as being so well acclimated towards the social temperament. And the storm was like, you know I got you, boo-boo. You know I got you. And I was like, oh, fist bump. Fist bump, secret handshake. All right, there's another branch. Another cedar limb over here. Pretty good yield, all things considered. Pretty good yield. I'm happy with what we've acquired so far. I don't know how much more I need. It looks like I need 20 of them by comparison to the... How much did I pick up today? So 19. I've got 9 of them on me. So that's going to put me at 18. 9 plus 9, 18. Okay, so I'm going to need at least one more limb before we can call it a day and be done with our wood stores. Yes, I realize I'm hungry and I'm parched. We will deal with that in just a moment. Our condition could probably be better right now, but I don't want to have to make multiple trips. I'd like to get this finished off right this second. And there's another limb over here. I saw it over the hill. So I'm just going to get after it. That's going to make us parched. So let's head back. The garage is right down the hill, so this should be easy peasy. I don't know how many sticks I'm carrying right now, but we should be able to make a pretty solid fire with those sticks and a little bit of accelerant. And that'll allow us to get like maybe 2-3 out. Oh, another wolf too. And I was just complaining about not having enough food. Although this wolf is kind of in the danger zone. I need him to approach me like in a straight line though. I can't afford to be missing shots right now. Got him. Okay, yeah. Ooh, that was a skinny wolf. He doesn't have that much meat on him. Disappointing. That's okay, though. Alright, so we got the wolf meat. Probably pretty thirsty right now. It's okay. The garage is right there around the corner, so we'll go cook up this meat right here. We got enough food and whatnot to last till the end of the episode. I think we should be golden to finish this thing off here today. I hope. Got a couple more minutes left. I'm been excited about trying out the hunted. I want to know how that works with like buildings and whatnot. Like, can you outrun the bear? Or do you just like zigzag in between buildings and hope for the best? Pretty excited. I want to try it out. And then after that, we'll try to do the one where you got to get up on the hill and shoot the flare. Just because that'll take me to parts unknown that I've never actually been to before.
So dry.
No, my mouth is so dry right now. My tongue is made of katatan. Okay, so in the fire barrel, we've got sticks, we've got tinder plugs, we've got accelerant. Hell yeah, start that thing. Good. And then take all these sticks. Yeah, that was pretty much the goal right there. Maybe just melt like 1 liter for right now, because technically we're dehydrated and we're dying. So doing this quicker rather than slower is probably a good plan. I'm also going to cook up some of that wolf meat while we stand here so we can get all of our meters refilled. Fresh wolf meat. This stuff is all off the books. It's not stuff that we need to store for later, so that sounds great to me. I do wish there was a cook all command where you could just cook all of the meat in your inventory. Like if you were doing one of them, it's like, would you like to cook all your meats? And then you just click yes, and it'll sit there and cook all of them for you so that you can, you know, avoid having to click through stuff. Just little ease of access, like, you know, life stuff. Happy life stuff, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, banged up pork and beans. That's better than banged pork and beans. I've never eaten banged pork and beans before, but it takes a sick mind to bang some pork and beans. Alright, so we only got a little bit of time left on this fire. Drop all that wood so we're not losing so much energy. Let's go ahead and drink up on some water. I think a liter should take us back up to full. Yeah. And then we'll eat some of this food. There you go. That's what I like to see. Hopefully we don't get food poisoning. Sometimes when you eat too much meat too fast in this game, you get food poisoning. It's a bit of a bitch. Alright, so we got 3 hours left. What we want to do now is we want to boil off as much water as we can. And with 3 hours remaining, we're going to cut it close. We're going to cut it really close. I'm going to boil 4 liters for now. I think we should have enough time to get the 4 liters done. But actually, we're going to need to spend some more time boiling water. So there's 4 liters. I need 25 liters in order to get that going. That's actually really, really surprising. I didn't think it was going to take that much. Okay. Well, regroup then. Regroup. Let's take the water. We'll store it off. Weight's still a little bit high, but we can make it work. Realistically, the best way to do this before the end of the episode, I think, is going to be to get some reclaimed wood, I think. And just do it that way. I wonder if we win once we have the stuff stored, or do we win once the storm gets here in like 20 days? Like, do I just have to wait it out? I don't know. I've never done this before. So we're peckish, but we got a little bit of wood there. Break down a chair. Each one of these, I think, gives us like 30-ish minutes. So we should be able to get a pretty solid fire running.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Like hell you are. You have to bring something home with you. Better recognize. It's gonna be fine, man. Don't worry about it. We're good. What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. I'm just chilling here, boiling off water. I've got like 10 liters, I think, that are being prepped. We should have the win. Like, we're on the cusp of the win right now, is what I think. We're pretty close. Now, if I boil off 11 liters of water, I've never boiled that much before. It'll be interesting to see. I didn't know that you could actually, I thought there was a cap. I thought you could only do it in increments of 5 liters. So there's 11 liters of potable water. Not too bad. I don't know exactly where we're sitting right now with regards to our... That'll actually get us there. That'll get us there. So if I drop that right now, see, I knew I should have. Damn it. I knew I should have ended this in the last episode. I'll probably tack this on to the back. I'll probably tack this on to the back of the last episode just because I didn't realize how close we were going to cut it. Reload the gun, and then when we drop that on the ground, I think we should get the win, yeah? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought it was going to take us a lot longer to boil off the water. Whiteout. Challenge completed. We beat it in 12 days, 11 hours, and 46 minutes. Just wanted to say thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. This is easily one of the best indie games ever made. Seriously, I'm not being... I don't think I'm being over the top or hyper. I don't think I'm being hyperbolic when I say that. I do legitimately believe it. That's something I believe from the bottom of my heart. I will see you all when we start up with The Hunted very, very soon. Probably tomorrow, actually. Thank you for stopping on in. If you wanted to support me, my Patreon link is down below. It's the best way to make sure I don't end up on a street corner showing legs somewhere. And also to make sure that I can afford all of my hooker and drug needs. I will see you all in the future. Bye, everybody.